So here we are with the shaky cam today, and I'm going to. The reason why I'm holding it by hand is so that I have the so I can get things in shot properly. And this is going to be another large collages episode. So actually, I'll get this flipped around since you seem to be wrong way around. I apologise for the impromptu zooming in and out, but that's one of the problems with its being handheld. I mean, not getting stuff properly sorted out in advance. Now, here we have a piece. Nice long thin piece. It's one of these ones that's very difficult for me to actually set for print or for framing or anything, but this is how it goes. And this is a piece called This Is Fine. So you've got it's just a deliberately weird and surreal piece. I remember that when I was putting this together, I just didn't feel it was working until I put this camera in the beat scene at the top, and then that just tied it all together. I thought this is a piece called No Plans But Chaos and Death. This is a piece in reaction to what's going on in Gaza. So this is from these two children are actually in Gaza as part of the bomb victims, and you've got the two missiles here and the blood splatter, which is what I actually made myself. With from blood splatter fonts. So I did all those in together, and I stuck some into on some sheets of paper together in the hope that you might see some of the blood splatter behind, but it hasn't worked. But still, it's pretty horrific. And again, these two pieces, they were created for what would have been, I would have sent off to as he sent off some originals to be auctioned off for relief for Gaza, but it just never worked out. But this is another piece on the subject, and this one is called No More, No More. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So you've got the bombs dropping on the civilians. You've got here, what I've done is I've drawn the actual Gaza Strip in dripping blood. The whole thing's coloured in blood, and you've got a torn White House there. So let's go through a few more. This is one I like. Kids, these fairy characters dancing around the bomb. As like I said, this kind of stuff, nuclear war and so forth, and war in general, is always a bit of a subject matter of mine. So let's see. Sorry, I keep on trying to figure out how to hold this without actually getting my fingers in the way of the camera. Again, another nuclear power subject. So you've got the nuclear power plant in the behind the cave people, and as you can see here, what I did to protect some of these, I actually cut up and restuck some folders together. And here's another piece, another weird piece. A lot of them are. But what I've done, this is something I like to do, is I subvert the skyline, so it's got that kind of Inception style weirdness where the sky is coming in from upside down from the top, so you don't know what's top and bottom. You've got someone running away from something. Greco-Roman period statues. This piece in the middle of it all. Shame I couldn't keep that rocket. Although I could scan it in and airbrush this bit out. I might do that. So that's that. This is a piece I've already scanned in called Nothing Turns Out the Way You Want It To. Again, another weird piece. You can find a lot of these, especially going further back. This is a fairly recent piece that I made called City Life. made from a primarily from a home and living magazine. Not that specific magazine, but this type. I'm just going by type, not by title. Another weird one. Again, he's from. She's a National Geographic. Did I cut my title for that? Yeah, I've got one referencing the fisherman, but also the stuff. Here you get a lot of weird ones that I've put in together. Some of these are ones that I'm not sure worked as well. I don't think that one worked as well. Either that one, I'm not sure what I was actually trying to do there. Just do something odd, I think. Still quite like that one. I got a title? No. You'll find a lot of this is some of my old, especially older pieces. I just can't find the titles. That one's pretty good. It makes any kind of a point. All hail the king of narcissism. That's quite apt right now. This one, okay-ish. I like this one. Well, I've done from, I think it's from Sistine Chapel, and took cut out the middle, put a hand with coins. Is there a title? No, I'll have to remedy that. Still on the jack sometimes when I was still using sellotape on the back, but since this is good enough paper, it hasn't caused any issues. This is one. I'll figure out. Yeah, this is the way around. Some of them, like I do, it's hard to figure the way around, but this is it. I'm quite fond of this piece. Some of these I'm rediscovering as well. So this one is one I totally forgot about. It's got a kind of Python-esque insanity and Winston Smith-esque insanity. Is there a title? No, well that'll have to change. Feeling I need to scan these bits in so I can use them digitally at least. But I don't feel this one worked. This was supposed to make an environmental point, and I just don't think I'm not sure how well it works. I have to look at it again. The Big Bad Dream. I kept that bit on there to keep it as a title. I'll do that sometimes. Let's have a look at some of these other ones before we go. This one I'm quite fond of. Again from old issues of National Geographics. So that's another anti-war piece. That one I go back and forth with. I do like to. I mean, I've done this kind of thing elsewhere, but maybe with better effect of the to juxtapose the beauty and the horror. So I've done in other times in different shapes. That's one I'm not really that keen on. I'm not sure it worked. This one I quite like. It's showing the torn of eyes effect, which I'm quite fond of. Roses in the sky, war and carnage situation. And this one, I'm not going to pull all these out, but an anti-papal one I did, anti-religion one. So he was Pope John Paul, who was the Pope at the time. So you got women burnt from the witch trials. These actually witches. They came from a tattoo magazine. So these are literal tattoos of some. I scanned it in and printed them out. These are literal tattoos off some woman's arm. So she had these burning witches tattooed on herself. And I've used that in another piece as well. And these from witch trials. Nuns. Nothing on. This is put on the back, printed on the back of a zine I used, a little handout I used to do called Anchovy Smegma. So that's that. I quite like this one. This is an earlier one, but I think that works. The absurdity of this works quite well. This was used for the cover for a bit of it. They the record company style added it on as they wish, so it's blurred out the sides and cropped. But this was used for the cover for an end stand called can't remember off the top of my head. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, look that up. They're not. I don't think they're going anymore. But they used another. They used a stylized version of my bullet and butterfly wings piece, which is turned up on a couple of tattoos. This I think is quite good. Good um, a good assault on religion. Something I always usually do. This again another anti-war piece. These pictures of the cruise missiles launching. They're from a co-op bank advert because saying that they don't actually. They're one of the only bank that didn't send money to arms industries. And the post in the middle, that is literally just to cover the join. And you've got imperialist era businessmen and politicians. These are probably from World War One. Whoops. There's a lot of these. I'm not going to be able to go through all of them today. So that piece. These are things I came to get put together for, copied together for a piece that I didn't actually do, or I did do. I don't know which piece it is. Oops. And again, I've made them here together. I might actually use this again. Actually, oh, this is a photocopy of another piece of mine. So. This is I cannot find the original of this piece anywhere. I'm glad I did that, so I have some kind of a copy of it. This is amazing. This piece is entitled, original piece of this, and it works better black and white, I think, actually. It's entitled Someday I'll Look So Good. One Day I'll Look So Good, which is a line from Barton Motel by Crass. I'm very happy. This video is worth anything. It's for the fact that I found that. So, here's a copy of that paper piece. Let's have a look at a couple more. Again, one of these ones where I didn't know what I was doing there, but I'm not sure how well it worked. And the last piece is this rather disturbing looking piece. So you can make what you want of things like that. I think a lot of these times I was experimenting with things. Whether it works or not is another matter. And a piece of source material from the time. It's a model, I could do something with that. So let's see what I come up with. So let me know what you think of these pieces. I'll go into these more again another time. Maybe I'll do it without the without opening the folder on camera, and I'll just select the best of them. So let me know what you think, whether you like them. Like, share, and subscribe. My description has my merch links on my socials, and it has my also it has my Patreon in there. And as always, as like I said, comment. This all helps. Like, sharing, liking and sharing, it all helps with the algorithm. And I shall see you soon. Thank you.